Yo, what's up guys? Everybody, today, man, I will be talking about my New England Patriots as today they have officially hired a new head coach, and it is a former New England Patriot, and it is, according to Adam Schefter, Jerod Mayo, formerly of the New England Patriots, and has been our linebackers coach since 2019. Very excited for Jerod Mayo to be our head coach. As Adam Schefter says, Jerod Mayo will be formally introduced at a press conference next week. Things really worked really quick. Yesterday, Bill Belichick and Patriots agreed to part ways, and being in New England, this was a very tough day for us, especially for me, a very emotional day. The most emotional day I think of my entire life, to be quite frank and be quite honest. I did obviously know that there was a chance that Bill Belichick would be out as Patriots head coach, but it really hit me hard when I saw that he was no longer the head coach. I saw the tweet, I saw some tribute videos, I saw some players with some heartfelt messages towards him. Just the pictures, the videos, the memories, realizing that the Patriots, as we know it, are over. This is a new era in New England. No Belichick, no Brady. It's officially hit me. Wow. But welcome Jerod Mayo, and had to throw on the 2014-2015 world champion, Super Bowl champion, and world champion New England Patriots shirt. I wear this every Sunday for every single game. And funny enough, Jerod Mayo was on his 2014-2015 Super Bowl winning Patriots team. And yes, this was the Malcolm Butler Seattle Seahawks interception game. So, hey, shout out to Jerod Mayo. Jerod Mayo obviously does not have a experience as a OC or DC, but he has been our linebackers coach since 2019, and he also did play 8 years in the NFL, all with the New England Patriots. Jerod Mayo, first things first, won a Super Bowl in Super Bowl 49. I'll show a play as well. Jerod Mayo was not only a player, Jerod Mayo was a damn good player. He was very underrated, highly intellectual. Just listen to the people, his former teammates and people that talk really highly out of Jerod Mayo. Before I get into that, I actually want to get into something that really has been talked about recently. So Jerod Mayo, he's been interviewed to be a head coach multiple times. I believe 4 times with the Raiders. The Panthers went to go ahead and give him an interview, but he declined, and that's when he signed an extension with us last season. He also had an interview with the Saints, with the Broncos before they traded for Sean Payton. So that's 3 teams right there. There was another team as well. What was the other team that went ahead and interviewed Jerod Mayo? But this isn't the first time a team has went ahead and interviewed Jerod Mayo. So it's not like we're just hiring Jerod Mayo because he's a former player or something like that. No, the fact of the matter is Jerod Mayo has also, now Jerod Mayo becomes the youngest coach in the NFL. The youngest prior to him was obviously Sean McVay of the LA Rams, doing big things down there with the Rams. So the first team to go ahead and host Jerod Mayo for an interview, for head coach interview, was actually the Eagles. That was before they hired Nick Sirianni. The Broncos also went ahead and interviewed him before they got Sean Payton. The Raiders interviewed him before, I believe that was the Josh McDaniels hiring, and the Saints as well before they went ahead and hired Dennis Allen. The Panthers last year went ahead and tried to give him an interview, but he declined to interview. Instead, just remain with the Patriots and sign a contract extension. But yeah, Jerod Mayo has always been like a little maybe quietly behind the scenes, been kind of known as the new success with the Patriots. Yes, I would have liked Mike Vrabel, but I really like the addition of Jerod Mayo, the stability, the players that are on the team right now, like Christian Gonzalez. Even I guess technically now free agent Mac Wilson on Twitter, he's been talking about, hey, I might be trying to come back. I like the signing. Jamie Collins even said, former Patriot, he's been on us like 3 or 4 times. Obviously played with Jerod Mayo, and even coached by Jerod Mayo actually not too long ago, because he came back with us maybe a year or 2 ago, and I think it was last season, not this season. Maybe it was Trey Flowers. He didn't play a game with us. Former Lion as well, Jamie Collins. That's besides the point. Jamie Collins was like, I'm calling right now, playoffs year 1. I'm not gonna say that. I like Jerod Mayo, but that 3rd overall pick this year, that 73 or plus million in cap space, number 3 in the NFL, which is even more if we go ahead and let JC Jackson walk. At JC Jackson, sayonara. We need that extra like $14 million in cap space, so we might potentially have the most cap space in the NFL after we go ahead and decline that JC Jackson what's it called, contract or team option or whatever. But yeah, Ian Rappaport actually wrote about it. Not wrote about it. He went ahead and put a tweet out. This is really interesting to say the least. Like I said, there could have been a Mike Vrabel signing, but I do like the Jerod Mayo sign. Now the Patriots need to go out, and I don't really see them bringing back Bill O'Brien. I don't feel like he went ahead and earned that OC job. Obviously, the personnel wasn't good, but I really wasn't thoroughly impressed by Bill O'Brien as well as an OC. You now need a new defensive coordinator. Yesterday in the video, if you guys haven't watched it, I was really emotional. That's my last video on the channel talking about Bill Belichick leaving the Patriots. So like a 24-minute video where I go through all the memories and I go through some Instagram posts as a kid when I was a squeaker and things of that nature. Just some memories of Bill Belichick and the Patriots. Given the fact that football was the first sport I ever got into. Football is like one of the only sports that I've bonded with my family over, not really big into any other major sports outside of really like casually watching like basketball at points and mostly football. So that was really the first bond I've had, and a lot of that success and all those memories start with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady as well, of course. But look at Ian Rappaport's tweet right here. He says, while much of the focus on Mike Vrabel, the internal focus of the Patriots was always on Jerod Mayo. It was written into his contract that he would be the successor to Bill Belichick, and now he will be, according to Ian Rappaport. So it was kind of written in this contract, obviously, that he would become the successor of the Patriots, which I believe has to be approved by the NFL, so they don't have to go ahead and go through a couple of interviews in order to deem who the head coach will be. Obviously, that is a rule. I believe that's a Rooney Rule, because even though Jerod Mayo is obviously black, and that the Rooney Rule is you have to interview somebody of color, they didn't have to go through that process, I don't believe, because this was written into his contract, so it was all basically pre-approved. We were just waiting for Belichick to be out of there, and I am surprised that it didn't at least go ahead and try to interview Mike Vrabel. He was in New England in that Bills game, I believe. He talked about the Patriots in terms of we, not like he was at that time the coach of the Titans, and what's it called? It definitely felt like something that could have potentially happened. I didn't really expect him to be fired, to be quite frank, or parted ways or whatever. But hey, Jerod Mayo, welcome to the Patriots. Now we need a GM. The Commanders, unfortunately, they just signed Adam Peters, so now we don't have the ability to sign that Adam Peters. So obviously he has ties with New England. I believe he was with us during the dynasty run of New England, if I'm not mistaken, though. Don't quote me on that. And he was also the assistant GM for the 49ers, obviously with John Lynch, and I know they're doing big things down there in San Francisco with the 49ers. One of the best teams in the NFL. In my opinion, the second best team in the NFL, right after the Baltimore Ravens. But yeah, shout out to Jerod Mayo. Definitely gonna be amazing to see him now going from an older guy in Bill Belichick to a younger guy in Jerod Mayo. Obviously a guy that has been coached by Bill Belichick, and a coach that has another defensive minded guy as well. So I really want this new offensive coordinator to be really an offensive genius. I don't know who that will be again. And again, we can always just keep Bill O'Brien. So I don't know, but yeah, Bill Belichick used to actually coach Jerod Mayo, and unfortunately, Jerod Mayo's career was cut short due to injuries. Look at a young Bill Belichick and a young Jerod Mayo, man, so inspirational. But I'm really excited for the new regime of Patriots football. Again, it sucks for Belichick to be gone. If I was personally Kraft, I know I'm an emotional fan, but I would have kept Belichick as the GM. And went ahead, not as the GM, fuck no, would have kept him as the head coach. Obviously, he's made some questionable, to say the least, moves offensively in terms of the draft and signings as well. But he left us with a 70+ million, potentially 80+ million in cash space, with the JC Jackson contract being off of our books, the number 3 overall pick, and a really damn good defense. And now we have Jerod Mayo, a guy that has this ability to hold that defense together, hopefully. Now we just need an OC, because the offense has been some of the worst in the NFL in recent memory. I mean, my God, the amount of times this year I've made videos and posts talking about how pathetic the Patriots offense is, because the defense is still top 10. So gonna be really interesting to see what happens over these next couple of weeks, months, as I should say, leading up to the draft. This Jerod Mayo as well, like I said, he was a pretty good player in the NFL. multiple time Pro Bowler, was an All Pro, was a Super Bowl champion, highly intellectual. Listen to Rob Ninkovich on the Adam show yesterday. He was talking about how intellectual Jerod Mayo was. A lot of his teammates have been coming up to really just praise him and talk about just how highly intellectual he is. He was talking about how he was really like he was the green dot, which means on defense you really out there just calling the plays for the defense, not calling the plays, but reciting the plays for the defense, and how he was so good at that. So I really think this is a really good move for the Patriots, and I cannot wait for the new regime of Patriots football. Hopefully Bill Belichick's son stays. Obviously we still have Brian Belichick as well, the safeties coach. Steve Belichick was a big part of this defense behind the scenes, and even obviously on game day, I believe he was calling the plays with the help of Jerod Mayo as well. Obviously with the help as well of the absolute GOAT and the defensive mastermind in particular, Bill Belichick. But here's a clip right here I want to show of Jerod Mayo before we go ahead and end off the video. This is Jerod Mayo against the Ravens. See number 51. Whoa! Lays him out. Whoa! Cook up Jerod Mayo. Like I said, Jerod Mayo was a very underrated player. Unfortunately, his career was cut short due to injuries. He had his last game in the NFL was at 29 years old. So it's been 8 years. He got out of the field of football. He came back in 2019, the year after, funny enough, the year after we won the Super Bowl against the Rams. He could have been a two-time Super Bowl champion, but I believe he joined in the 2019-2020 NFL season. We won a Super Bowl against the Rams in the 2018-2019 season. So, hey, shout out to Jerod Mayo. Shout out to him. Very underrated Patriot. I also forgot to mention that Jerod Mayo was not only a two-time Pro Bowler, he was also the NFL tackles leader in 2010. He was a New England Patriots All 2010s team awardee as well, which is really amazing because the Patriots, obviously, especially defensively, have had one of the best defenses over the last decade. For him to be on there, like, that just lets you know Jerod Mayo was not only a player, but he was really damn good and really damn underrated. Shout out to previously the absolute GOAT, Bill Belichick, a new regime down here in New England. I think Bill Belichick also knew that Jerod Mayo was also going to be a successor. I feel like Jerod Mayo was really like Bill Belichick as well. And for us to keep it in house, to be able to retain guys, hopefully to retain Steve Belichick as well. I really wonder where Bill Belichick is going to go and where it takes him. I guess that's the correct wording. But shout out to the GOAT, Bill Belichick. Welcome, Jerod Mayo. Cannot express just how excited I am for this official signing right here. But let's go, Pats. New regime. Time to cook. Robert Kraft, get us a new GM. Number 3 pick. Third right now in terms of cash base for this upcoming NFL free agency. Time to cook. Other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. It's your boy John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.